Oh, wait a sec. Our recording space today is free, so we can use it. Also, look at the background. Instructions. Genius, right? These Neuralas, I want to talk about actually something that is useful to you, which is Soukaku. Soukaku is a free-to-play character in Zenless Zone Zero. You get her from unlocking Shigyu Defense, which is the endgame mode of this game. To get to Shigyu Defense, you just need to progress with the story, so it's very easy to get there. If you want multiple copies of the character, she is featured in Ellen's banner, so you can pull for Ellen and get some other copies. The constellations of this game are called the Cinema, and Mindscapes are the single ones. We'll see that later. Now let's talk about her passive skill, which is the main element of her kit. When she uses part of their E skill, Fly the Flag, her attack is increased by 20%, up to 500 attack, and for 22 seconds, which is a lot. If she consumes Vortex, which is her main resource, during Fly the Flag, the attack is increased to 40% and up to a maximum of 1000. This buff can be passed along to characters when you have a quick assist, but Fly the Flag procs a quick assist every time you use it, so it's very easy. You can also use chain attacks. In that case, you're not consuming Vortex, so you're increasing attack by 500 max. It's an incredible skill. You can think about Soukaku like the Bennett of this game. She doesn't heal, but she provides a very similar kind of buff. You want to build all the attack you can on Soukaku to pass it out. You need attack percent discs, you need an attack percent weapon as well. Bashful Demon is perfect because it also provides ice damage, which comes in handy, but most importantly, team-wide buff if she uses her skill. We'll see that in practice in a second, but first, let's look at her cinema, because her constellations are very important. So, the first constellation increases by 8 seconds the buff duration, so it can be useful, but it's not critical. The second, when she does attack, dodge, counter, or quick assist, there's a 15% chance to get 1 stack of Vortex. This is very strong, because if you don't have the energy to do that, you have extra stacks of Vortex, which is the resource you use to stack up your W engine buff. The third is just a level up on the skills, which is useful of course. The fourth is when an enemy is hit by Fly the Flag, you have the resistance shred, of course of the same element, by 10%. That's useful to use ultimate abilities with some shred, so increased damage. The fifth, Mindscape, is again skill enhanced, and the sixth is DPS. It's self DPS, 45% more damage when she goes into the burst phase. It's very strong, but it's not really needed. If you want to build a Soukaku DPS though, that must be very fun. Okay, now let's jump into training and see how to use Soukaku. There's something to say when it comes to team building. If you place Soukaku here and then you proc her assist, she's going to pass to the next character, which is not your main DPS. This is very bad, you can't change it. You need to change the roster here. So you want your other character in the middle and Soukaku at the end, so that she's going to pass the buff at the next character that loops back to Ellen. You can also have Soukaku here and Ellen here, like Soukaku in the center and Ellen on the right. You can do... The important thing is that Ellen is after Soukaku. In this case, you loop back to the first position. We can deploy. Alright, let's start looking at her skill. Each time you use it, she loses some energy, and she can use 1 time, but the actual energy you use is 1/4, not 1/2. 1/2 is just to proc the first attack. Each time you use it, you get 1 stack of Vortex. If you use it 4 times, you get the full stacks for your W engine and 12% damage increase on the entire team, I think. So, that's very strong. Alright, let's talk about our skill. Each time you use a skill, you consume some energy, you go into a combo, and you can combo up to 4 times, which is the entire energy bar. In fact, you consume 1/4 of energy bar each time you use the skill, and you need half the bar just to proc the first skill. So, also, you stack up your W engine, if you use our signature, up to 4 times for a 12% attack increase that comes in handy. So let's see how it works. The full combo is this. You spam the button up to the 4 times and then you keep press to pass the attack buff to your main DPS. If you don't have the energy, you can't of course proc the skill, but you can do the same by long pressing and then switching. You still proc the assist and you have the reduced increase, so you have cap to 500 attack and a 20% increase at cap. if you max out the skill, but it's still very useful, especially when you start the combat and you don't have the energy to do that. If you want a fast switch, you can use one time the skill, and then you immediately activate Fly the Flag. So the combo is E and hold E. E and hold E is not too easy to do, but you can do it by, when you hear the banner opening, you immediately long press. You need to long press at the beginning of the animation of the attack that leads into Fly the Flag. Let me show you. I long press immediately after I could hear the sound of the flag opening up. Okay, like this. It's not easy, you need to practice a little bit. I suggest doing that into the training zone, it's very useful. Keep in mind that one won't give you full stack on the weapon, but it's still very strong. The last thing I want to tell you is while you use this combo, you are open to attacks. She's not invulnerable, that's a problem because you get stunned, you get knocked back, and you mess up on the opportunity to use the banner. So, just keep in mind, you need to use your Vortex. If you already have Vortex on, you can just immediately long press, charge up, switch, and you have the buff. If you don't have Vortex, like me now, you can basic attack if you have the cinema, you get one Vortex, and then you just long press, switch, and get the buff. If you don't have Vortex, but you don't have the constellations either, you need to charge up the energy, and when you have the energy, you have one into, you can do two and then switch. Don't worry, like, if you don't finish up the combo to 4, it's fine, you just use the entire energy bar for max buff from the W engine. So it's very flexible. What you need to remember is when you use an attack, you need to keep pressing after the beginning of the animation, not at the end of the animation of the attack, of the skill attack, because you have a small window. You need to practice a little bit. Besides that, it's a very easy character to use when you understand how to do that. She's just a little bit clunky to fight, so you need to keep that in mind. She's not the main DPS of the team most of the time, so it's not a problem, but she can apply a lot of ice anomaly when she uses her ice attack. There's something else to know about. If you want to keep the character on the field, you can do 4, then you do Fly the Flag, and you continue basic attack. You have good ice anomaly plus increased damage, it's good damage. It's an alternative. You usually go for the main DPS in the best rotation though. If you want to have fun with that, especially if you have Constellation 6, you can definitely do that. Hey, wait. This place has also the perfect ending screen. It has certificates as if the player has learned everything there is to know about the character. So let's just place the camera like this. This is Nero Atlas. We have everything about Soukaku in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned everything to use her at the best of her abilities. And of course, if I miss out something, let me know in the comments. If you have some question because something was unclear, also let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer you as soon as possible. I will make a video about Ellen so that you can use Soukaku together with Ellen with a guide that allows you to use the best rotation. So, expect one video like this every day. This is Nero Atlas with a guide for Soukaku, one of the best supports in the game, our new Bennett. Have a nice day, and this is Nero Atlas, signing